a 174-year-old vampire who looks really great, actually. After 8 seasons, the series finale of The Vampire Diaries happens Friday night on the CW. Please say hello to Ian Somerhalder.
You have to sort of guide your guests.
Yeah,
You've got a nice...
Yeah, well, I didn't want you to...
I don't know if you guys saw me stumble, but it was like a nice...
I didn't want you to accidentally go the wrong way, because it always looks dumb, but yeah.
Good to see you.
How you doing? Good to see you, too.
Hey, really quickly, in all seriousness, I just want to say, unbelievable job on the Oscars.
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
For a moment, I looked into your eyes, I thought maybe you were going to propose, but you're married already. And, you know,
I am.
Yeah. By the way, you did something I've always wanted to do, and I know you just got back from a long road trip with an Airstream trailer attached to the back.
It was pretty rad.
How was it? Was it as good as it sounds like it is?
It was incredible. My wife and I, we wrapped Vampire Diaries in 2-something in the morning. We left. We were the only people left on the stage. And we jumped in the Airstream with the dog, and we just drove across the entire country.
So you're driving in a car or a truck, and then you have the trailer behind
in an Audi, like a big Audi diesel SUV.
Okay.
And towing this thing. And it was just incredible. It was everything.
And you slept in it every night?
We would pull over. We would pull over at truck stops. We would never get out. We would just lock the car. We would go in the back. It's like, it's great. You have your own living room.
Yeah.
You have your own kitchen, your own living room. We would go and we would cook. It was incredible.
And it doesn't get disgusting or anything like that?
Well, no, you keep it clean.
Yeah, right. I don't know. You know.
You keep it clean. But it was just, you forget how beautiful this country is. This gorgeous nation that we live in.
What did you see that really impressed you?
It's incredible.
Yeah, there are so many. You think about going on vacation, you forget about all the places here in
You
the
just
United
forget.
States.
I mean, one funny thing was Nikki and I pulled into the Four Seasons in Dallas at probably about 1:30 in the morning, and I was trying to convince them that it looks good to their hotel to have us parked in the front, like next to the Ferrari and the Bugatti, and they just, the manager or whoever the guy was, no. You have to go to the loading dock.
One night in a hotel?
We stayed one night, but we would stop and we would cook dinners and
oh, you cooked there in the
Airstream.
Oh.
New Mexico, we were all over it. We were studying Georgia O'Keeffe and just hanging out. And one night, though, you don't think about this. The one thing is you're pulling thousands of pounds, and you have your wife and your dog, which is like, well, your family, technically.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you're driving down the freeway, you see 6% grade, right? You know, you go down hills. I hit a 9% grade one night in New Mexico, in the snow and ice, and Nikki was passed out. So I thought, I got this, I'm gonna do this. Well, I went up and over and straight down this thing to the point where she was now leaning forward. The dog flew from the back and was like smushed face in the back seat. And she was trying to stop. Everything in the back of the Airstream went into the beds. Like, if a bottle of truffle oil ever breaks, at least it smells really good.
Yeah, for a couple of days it smells good.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow, so that thing, yeah, everything does move around in that. I've always wondered about that.
It's amazing.
You also have a hyperbaric chamber in your home.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about this. Yeah, and when we're not on air, we'll spend some more time doing it.
Michael Jackson had one of these. It's the only thing I know about a hyperbaric chamber. And this is not the one he had, right?
Love him. Mine, ours is a little smaller.
Okay.
It's incredible. I don't know if anyone knows what this is, but it's a chamber that you zip yourself into, and it's connected to an oxygen concentrator.
You literally zip yourself? It's not like a submarine type of thing? Okay.
It looks like looks more like you're zipping yourself into a big torpedo.
Okay.
But you get into this thing, and there's 98% oxygen pumping into it. It's basically 10 liters more per minute of oxygen than you would ever get in the atmosphere. So it's pressure cooking oxygen into your largest organ, your epidermis. And then you also have the mask. I'm going to talk to you about this thing. They're amazing. I put Nikki in it on our second date.
You did?
It's a great way.
Did you get
And
in there
then
with
all
her?
I'm saying is 10 months to the day, we were married.
So it speeds everything up.
It speeds everything.
Oh, really? That seems so odd. I mean, I would try it, you know, because I'm curious as to what goes on. I feel like, though, I'd get in it and I'd go, oh, now I can't breathe this crappy air on the outside. It would instead ruin the environment for me entirely.
Here's the thing. You don't worry about that because you're so high on oxygen.
Really?
You're just zipping and buzzing around and everything. Yeah, I mean, think about it. You're like Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, like Neil and Lance Armstrong together as the Armstrong. So you have this Vampire Diaries. This is 8 seasons now. It's
8 seasons.
This is the
Thank
finale
you guys
on
for
Friday.
making that
I know that you have a fan base that is very devoted. I also think it's a little weird that two vampires, you and your wife, are zipping themselves into essentially what is a coffin.
By the way, there's room for 2, so if you want, you can come over. And
That would be a weird lunch date, but yes.
It would be weird.
If I do it with anyone, it will be
We
with
might
you.
be married in 10 months.
I know that you can't tell us what happens, and I've heard there are rumors that cast members...
But they can't fire me now.
The past will come. Oh, that's true. You could say everything that happens. But I will ask you, maybe you can explain what happened instead on the finale of Lost, because I think we're still confused about that one, and then we'll get to the Vampire Diaries in like another 6 years.
I just want to make this clear. On Lost, I was the first one cast and the first one killed.
Well, that makes sense.
But I was all... Thanks, Jimmy.
First cast, first in, first out. It's like,
yeah, it was great. I did get the sympathy card, but I was only on the show for a year. And I went and hung out and maybe did a few episodes. I still have people coming up to me, furious about the ending of Lost. And I just say, hey, man, that's not my show. Maybe Thursdays or Fridays at 8, you might want to check out the show I have now. Might not be your demographic, but...
yeah, but we love Boone so much, and that whole show was a magical time.
Cool.
I mean, it really was.
It was cool. And I know that you're dear brothers of my brother, Matt Fox, who was incredible on that show, and Josh Holloway, all of them, just...
Yeah,
incredible.
I mean, they're all sick of hearing about it. You are, and them are all sick of hearing about it. And every time I see any of you, I bring it up immediately.
It really pissed off. Ooh, can I say that?
Yeah,
it really angered a lot of people. My mom actually just gave me back my SAG award that we won.
Oh, she did.
And it was in the Airstream. It was this thing like, they're heavy. They're marble.
You don't want to get killed by a SAG award.
No.
You know, that's really the ultimate irony for an actor.
But it's actually sitting in our kitchen.
I finally got this, and now it's murdered me.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
it's very good to see you. Congratulations
you.
on 8 seasons of the show. The finale is on Friday night. The CW, The Vampire Diaries. Ian Somerhalder, everybody. We'll be right back with Lady Antebellum to go. Thank you.